2014 Ford Focus model is, or the trim package is SE, Sierra Echo. Flex fuel is the engine. Shouldn't matter for what's going on here, but the hazard switch stopped working. But and if you know the model, right here, the hazard switch quit working, but the lock unlock for the doors was working. The fuse, of course, was not the problem since they share a fuse. So had to take the dash apart here to figure out the problem. What I will show you how to reassemble, which should help you deassemble. But for this thing, sorry, this is just the best way I can film it, but for this thing, what happened was, as you can see, it's working now, but on the bottom side, just right here, that little arrow, this switch started coming open. So someone apparently hit the dash hard and it caused this to knock loose and start separating, which caused the switch portion to be inoperable. Once I snapped it back together, it seems to be working. If the video is posted, it means it did work once I put it back together. So now I'm going to reassemble so you can see how possibly to deassemble. But okay, so that's been snapped back together. This is going to be placed back into the instrument panel. There were 4 screws holding this in. There's one. There are the Torx bits. I can look at it here in a second and tell you the Torx number. But get these 4 in. Looks like the Torx tool is a T20. Put these back in the way they should go. I may have to stop video here in a second. Someone pulled in the driveway. Looks like maybe not. So anyway, getting the last 4 of these, or the last of 4 put back in. Snug, not very too tight because it's not necessary. Okay, when this goes back in, you see this tab here and the tab on this side. They will go up into the dash, into this slot. Looks like a USB hole, but it's not, but that's just a little snap container. Those will slide in. Sorry, these tabs will slide into that. And then in the bottom, there were 2 screws here. See the 2 screws? Those come up at an angle into these white things. And then of course the plug here itself has to plug into the back of the radio control item, whatever you will call it. So I am going to see if I can do this one-handed. This will go in. Tab goes under the dash a little bit. It slides. Yeah, I'm not doing the best job here, but the video in. But okay, I'm going to reach under. When the plug came out, there's just a little. Sorry. Let me find it. There is. Yeah, there we go. On the side of that plug, there's just a little snap. It was to the right side of the car, and the plug, you just had to push that to the side while you pulled the plug out. I'm going to set this down for just 1 second so that I can plug this in using my handy dandy eyes. Actually, I don't know. Yes. Okay, it was. The snap for that is to the right side of the car, the passenger side. There, it snaps into place. Okay, so now, wished I could show it up in there, but I can't. Now the video is not focusing. There we go. Okay, so now these little things slide back into their spot like I said. This goes down, and then what's left up under here are the 2 Torx screws. Same thing as before, T20. I really can't. I need to get, if I'm going to do this, I need to get a camera. Better camera. This is just a last minute thing before the car goes back out of state for my son in school. I was trying to fix this because I didn't want him to have hazard problems on the interstate. He's already had that on one trip. You know, just a simple flat tire can disable you and cause you to have to go super slow, and going through Nashville and places like that, it's not the best thing you want to do. 5 miles an hour without flashers. Okay, so now these are going back up in. Again, just snug. It's never necessary to over tighten. It's human nature is to over tighten, but once it's seated, it's plenty fine. Can't go much tighter, you just start stripping things out and have to replace things. So there's just snug is good. Now, let's see. And his flashers are now working. I went into Ford to get that part. They gave me the wrong switch, so I knew that it wasn't the right switch because of the shape. But to replace that switch, they wanted to replace this whole console for $300, parts only. So, simple thing, take it apart, see if that thing is separated. If it has, snap it back together and then try it out and see how well it works for a while. Good luck. Again, 2014 Ford Focus SE model, trim package, whatever, with the flex fuel engine is what is here.